right. Slightly off topic. We'll jump other conference. Okay. Had this argument today.
Oh.
Is Haliburton considered a superstar?
No.
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Because
do you? Wait, I guess what's your argument?
I don't know. Like somebody asked me.
Okay, so what would you say? Yeah, you don't have to explain yet.
Right.
Yes or no? Is he a superstar?
I don't know. I really don't know because if I think about it,
if
like
you have
stats-wise,
if you have to say I don't know, then he's not.
Then he may not be.
Because I'm not saying he's not a great.
No, he's an
player.
excellent player, but he's not
like.
I guess what is the definition of superstar then? Because he leads to wins, he plays both sides enough, and he's more than willing to take a clutch shot. We just saw, and we've seen pretty much all year.
Yeah.
I would say what makes a superstar is like. Now, granted, I would say he's done it more this postseason.
What's that?
So, like, he has to lead the team.
Yeah.
Right.
He has to be the one that goes in there and like the team runs through him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't normally.
To play devil's advocate, though, you could argue that for this postseason, Ant is not that guy at this point.
Yeah,
no, but that's why.
Right.
Yeah, by the same metric.
I would say my opinion on Haliburton has changed in this postseason.
Right.
Okay.
Because I don't agree that he's the most overrated player. I don't. Like that they voted that he was the most overrated player.
I don't know. It's an interesting question because he's like such a low-key player, but he leads the team to wins. He plays well. I think he was an all-star at least once.
I think you're expecting your superstars to be flashy.
Yeah.
And he's just not.
He's not flashy.
It's kind of like your Kawhi Leonards, where
right.
it's like or like your Tim Duncans. Just very subdued,
right?
But still great.
Yeah.
Well, I think you know what
I really don't know what his stats average were. I'm not a huge Pacers
I don't know
fan.
enough about him.
Like I love Rick Carlisle as a coach, but I don't watch.
I wouldn't, and I might be the only person here. You know, everyone can comment down below. Or
whatever,
right. But like, I don't think Paul George is one.
Now or ever?
Ever.
Oh.
Because
I don't know.
No, because listen, when he was in Indiana, he shared it with Lance Stevenson. He was a great player, but superstar. Not, and then you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying he's not a great player, but when you go like name me superstars,
right?
It's like if I said name me a movie star, you're not gonna be like Johnny, Ringo from whatever. It's
right.
No, like a movie star is like Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
that's a movie star.
That's true.
There's actors. There's movie stars.
I think Paul George would have been a superstar back in the day. I think he fit the bill. What did they call him when he was on his playoff, like actually doing good in the playoffs? He was a big shot P or whatever he was. When he shot from half court, it was on every commercial ever since.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't catch it at the time.
Yeah, he made some killer clutch shots.
It's kind of like
and he was flashy because he was doing like windmills and 360s.
Okay. But my problem with the Paul George thing is like Indiana had a ceiling. He never got past the ceiling. He never led the Pacers past the ceiling.
No.
He has 0 championships.
Right.
He team hopped and did nothing.
He
went to OKC, did nothing. Went to
be fair,
Clippers, did nothing.
One of the worst injuries we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
So after that injury,
you know what?
that does throw a career.
The injury ruined it.
Oh,
like
for sure.
Tatum, like for example, if Tatum wouldn't have won a championship last year and then went down with an injury this year, it'd be the Paul George. We don't know what he's going to look like when he comes back.
Yeah.
But it's the momentum. Where you're about
and that's
to
the scary thing where it's like if you're out for a year or more, you don't know.
I think the injury ruined his stardom.
For sure.
Like I think that's where I argue. I think he was on his way to be a superstar.
Okay, that's fair.
He was on his way to be a superstar.
That's
so
fair.
it's almost got hurt.
But by your metric, you said that he didn't lead them past their ceiling. Without Haliburton, did Haliburton lead that team past their ceiling? Because that team without Haliburton is like 11 seed.
No, that's why last year, I think the other teams. I think every team that was in the playoffs besides Boston in the Eastern Conference was about the same. They all kind of stunk.
100%.
Their stars were hurt.
Yeah.
Haliburton got hurt in the second game.
Right.
Like, so he led Indiana to this point now. But the difference is now look at game one yesterday versus the Knicks. And then game one versus Boston. Boston mopped the floor with Haliburton. And then game two, he got hurt.
Right.
And the rest of the series, he's gone.
Right.
So who knows what the series would have been?
Sure.
But he was gone. So now, if he can get to the finals, he's a superstar.
Okay. Interesting. So it's like his moment to prove it then.
You have to get past his. He got Indiana to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and got hurt. Get them past that.
Right.
Get them to the finals. You don't even have to win the championship.
Yeah.
Because look at Oklahoma City. Look at Orlando. They both made it to the finals and lost.
Yeah.
But Dwight Howard was a superstar. And then you go to OKC and you go Kevin Durant, James Harden. Their Westbrook. Their stock went up after making the finals, and they all did their own thing.
Yes.
Like they all went to go lead teams or be part of teams, and then Westbrook led OKC by himself for a couple years. So and he still made a playoff run.
Yeah.
And he averaged a triple-double for like 3 more years.
Right.
So like, it's crazy. People think Westbrook stink, but he's averaging triple-doubles. His career average is a triple-double.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even though he was averaging the triple doubles, they were winning more when he did shoot.
And didn't he win an MVP too?
He won
Yeah.
MVP the triple-double year.
And that was
first triple-double.
and that was
The
without
first triple double
KD,
year. Yeah.
and that was without Kevin, without
Right.
So
Now, what could have been is that team, if they had all waited until they got to their best.
they needed to
forms.
wait like 1 or 2
Yeah,
years.
but
If
I
they
don't
all
Two more
did it.
years would have done
None
it.
of them
Yeah.
were that patient though. That was the problem.
Oh, absolutely not. Because James Harden wanted to get paid.
Right.
Because
Everybody
Harden
wanted to get paid.
left first, right?
Harden and KD, yeah.
Yeah, Harden wanted to get paid, and he wanted a bigger role. Because I think he was originally their 6th man. Like when he like came out of college, I think they just had him at 6th man. He was always
But
like
he
he was always third
He
fiddle
hadn't
to
developed.
whoever.
He hadn't
Yeah.
developed his style yet at that point.
No.
Well, and maybe it's not fair, but like it kind of goes back to the movie star argument where it's like, get a Haliburton or even a Brunson, like get like a Brunson or Haliburton, and then compare them to all the people you think of as a superstar.
Yeah,
Would you be like, yeah, he's the superstar, like he's like
Right.
yeah.
even like a
I would,
Duncan,
but
Parker,
see, I would say
Ginobili.
Jalen Brunson is a superstar.
You think
Yeah,
I think this series is really going to help one of them.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
I think one of them is going to go into superstardom. I think the other one is going to have a hard time because it's
Yeah.
like you're going to then you have, well, now I have to prove I can get here.
right.
And if you don't, then you're just going to end up
Then
being
you
like
stink.
a Westbrook where it's
Yeah.
like you just never get over that hump.
Yeah, you never get over it. But I mean, there's a lot of superstars who didn't get over that hump, right? AI,
Yeah, it's just tough.
Charles. I mean, Charles made the finals. but-
Charles made the finals. Like, an exception to the rule, Carmelo Anthony, because he's a superstar, but he never made it past like the second round, right?
Yeah,
He's
I think
never
so,
made
right?
it to a
It was with the
conference finals.
Nuggets. He made it to the second round,
Yeah.
and then they lost,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
no conference finals,
Yeah.
no championships,
Yeah.
but he's a superstar. Because he was always the leader of the team. He was always the
I can see
marquee
that.
guy. He was
Yeah.
always the highest scorer.
But he was
Yeah,
He was always
he
the
was
guy.
a regular season superstar
Yeah.
though.
100%.
Ultimately, some people are. That's why this series is very important for someone like Ant.
Yeah.
Because
gonna
he's a
be huge.
superstar, because he leads the team, but or he's a star. It's so weird because Ant, the way he plays 2 quarters
Yeah,
is what's gonna ruin him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not
he
saying
needs to
he's
do that
not.
4 quarters.
Yeah. You need
'Cause,
4
like, you don't-
quarters.
And
People-
that's the thing is that you back before you would expect a superstar to get 30-40 points always. You had your LeBrons, your Kobe's, you're always expecting them to do that. Now there's not as many. You expect them to get at least your 20 something points.
yeah.
But he's not even getting that.
No.
On a rate. Well, he's getting at least his 20, but in 2 quarters though.
Well, dude, I'm a Celtic fan. Like last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tatum was the leading scorer with Boston all season. And then the second they get to the playoffs, they're talking about how he's not the superstar. Jaylen Brown's the superstar. Then Jaylen Brown wins the conference finals MVP.
Right.
He wins the finals MVP. Jaylen Brown's the superstar. Tatum's
Right.
not the superstar.
Right.
This year, Tatum scores higher. He averages more points in the season, has a superstar leading like MVP
Right.
postseason, then gets hurt. So I'm not saying he would have made it this far.
Right.
Boston was crumbling. But the thing is, it's all about like just what your metrics are.
Yeah.
It is all about like how much
It's
how much
super
does
subjective,
team winning
Yeah.
count to, because like
That's also the thing.
another like name would be Chris Paul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like one of my at least arguably top 10, top 5 point guards, like on skill wise, I guess, but accolade wise, other than his like what he's got steal record and then all NBA and all-star placements. He hadn't won a whole lot of like conference finals,
No,
finals appearances.
but like
Didn't do it a whole lot.
unless you're LeBron, Kobe,
No finals at all.
unless you're LeBron, Kobe, or Michael Jordan,
Right,
the championship argument I don't really care about as much
right.
because
No.
it's like,
I hate
look,
that
look at
as-
everyone who's won a championship
Right.
and disappeared.
I absolutely hate that as the metric because at that point then you have Bill Russell as the number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah,
if that's
sure.
if that's your only argument,
Mhm.
and I can absolutely agree that there is a very big debate between MJ and LeBron.
Right.
We're not even gonna go into that. But but I hate the people that only go off of championships and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because if it is that, Bill Russell is everybody's
Yeah,
hero.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
He's
then,
got
but
nobody's
so many.
but nobody's arguing that he was the most dominant player in the world
No.
at that point. Was he
No.
great? Obviously, but he was just happened to be right place, right time.
And that's what's so interesting. It's like Chris Paul. I think is one of the all-time great players, but he just never, he could never get that over the
Right.
hump.